In a small village nestled between lush green fields and sparkling rivers, lived two siblings, Guddu and Paddu. Guddu was the elder brother, always curious and eager to explore the world, while Paddu, his younger sister, was cautious but full of creativity and wisdom. The two shared a deep bond, often embarking on little adventures that filled their days with laughter and discovery. One fine morning, as the golden rays of the sun filtered through the tall trees, Guddu and Paddu set off to the nearby forest. The forest was known to be full of secrets, whispers of hidden treasures, mysterious creatures, and ancient magic filled the air, but nobody had dared to explore it fully. With their backpacks filled with snacks and their hearts filled with excitement, they decided to venture deeper than ever before. As they walked, Guddu spotted an old, peculiar-looking stone lying in the bushes. It was round, with strange symbols etched all over it. Paddu, ever cautious, said, "Maybe we shouldn't touch it, Guddu. It looks strange." But Guddu, as curious as ever, picked it up. "It's just a stone, Paddu. What harm can it do?" No sooner had he spoken those words than the ground beneath them began to rumble. The trees swayed violently, and before they knew it, a bright light enveloped them. The forest seemed to dissolve, and suddenly they found themselves in a completely different place, a vast land filled with tall, golden mountains and sparkling rivers that flowed with shimmering water. "Where are we?" Paddu asked, her voice trembling slightly. Guddu, equally shocked, shrugged, looking around in awe. Just then a small, chirpy voice interrupted their thoughts. "You're in the land of choices." Turning around, they saw a tiny figure, no bigger than a kitten, hovering in the air. It was a glowing creature with delicate wings and bright, sparkling eyes. "I am Philo, the guardian of this land," the creature introduced itself with a bow. "You two have stumbled upon a magical stone that brought you here. But beware, for in this land, every choice you make comes with consequences, some good and some not so good." Guddu, always the bold one, asked eagerly, "So what's the adventure here? Are there treasures to find?" Philo smiled. "The greatest treasure here is wisdom. But first, you must face a challenge." Without giving them any more explanation, Philo waved its tiny hand, and suddenly a path appeared before them. At the end of the path stood two doors, one made of shimmering gold and the other of simple wood. "You must each choose a door to enter," Philo said. "What lies beyond depends on your choice." Paddu hesitated. "But how do we know which door is the right one?" Philo replied, "That's the point of this land. You must trust your instincts and accept the consequences." Guddu, always eager to jump into things, immediately ran toward the golden door. "I'll take this one," he exclaimed, pushing it open without a second thought. Paddu, after thinking for a moment, chose the wooden door, cautiously stepping inside. As soon as they entered, the doors vanished, and both found themselves in completely different worlds. Guddu entered a land of endless wealth. There were mountains of gold coins, shimmering jewels, and treasure chests filled with riches beyond imagination. His eyes sparkled with excitement. "This is incredible," he thought. "I found the treasure," but as he tried to collect the gold, something strange happened. The more he grabbed, the heavier it became. Soon, his arms felt like they were made of lead, and his legs couldn't move. No matter how hard he tried, the treasures wouldn't stay with him. They just turned into dust and slipped through his fingers. Feeling frustrated, Guddu realized that the wealth wasn't bringing him any joy. Instead, it was trapping him. He was surrounded by riches, but none of it felt real or fulfilling. Slowly, the realization dawned on him: greed never brings happiness. I need to find something more meaningful. Meanwhile, Paddu found herself in a simple, beautiful garden. There were no treasures, but the air was filled with the fragrance of flowers, and the trees were heavy with fruit. In the center of the garden stood an old, wise tree. As Paddu walked closer, the tree spoke in a deep, soothing voice. "Welcome, Paddu. You have chosen the path of simplicity and wisdom. In this garden, you will not find gold or jewels, but you will discover something far more valuable: understanding." Paddu sat beneath the tree, and the tree began to share its wisdom. It told her stories of kindness, patience, and the importance of making thoughtful choices. The more Paddu listened, the more she realized how true the lessons were. She began to see that wisdom was far more valuable than any treasure, for it helped her see the world in a different light. As time passed, the garden began to glow softly. The tree gifted Paddu a small, glowing fruit, saying, "This fruit represents the knowledge you've gained. Keep it close, and it will guide you in making good choices." After what felt like hours, both Guddu and Paddu were transported back to where they had started. Philo appeared before them with a knowing smile. "Well, how was your journey?" Philo asked. Guddu, looking a bit humbled, said, "I thought riches would make me happy, but all they did was weigh me down. I realized that wealth isn't everything." Paddu nodded, holding the glowing fruit close. "I learned that wisdom and understanding are far more valuable than any treasure." Philo clapped its tiny hands in delight. "You've both learned important lessons. In this land, the real treasure isn't gold or jewels, it's the wisdom to make the right choices. And that wisdom will guide you for the rest of your lives." With a wave of Philo's hand, the magical land began to fade, and Guddu and Paddu found themselves back in their village. The stone that had brought them on this adventure lay in front of them, now dull and lifeless. They smiled at each other, grateful for the lessons they had learned. As they walked back home, Guddu said, "From now on, I'm going to think more carefully about my choices." Paddu, holding the glowing fruit close, added, "And I'll always remember that true wealth is found in wisdom, not gold." And so Guddu and Paddu's magical journey came to an end, but the lessons they learned stayed with them forever. Hi friends, if you like this story, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more fun and inspiring stories. Hit the bell so you never miss a new adventure. Thanks for watching and see you next time.